Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Sir Wilkins of the Job and Tears podcast, and I hope all is well. Today, I got a very special guest, the woman of my life, the woman that holds a special place in my heart. And I also think she is a honey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most important woman in my life besides my mother and my sister. Miss Lovely Laveau is in the building for an episode of Coffee Talk with my shorty. What up, baby?
Hey, you are ridiculous.
What up? So you were on my show, and we're going to talk wrestling. Mm-hmm. So first things first, she's a Stone Cold fan. I am a massive Rock fan. So we already have a little bit of a feud. But at the end of the day, you know who really won the feud? It was The Rock. But as a different episode of Coffee Talk, we will not be going into that. Baby girl, this week is WrestleMania.
I'm looking forward to Sasha and Bianca, of course. That is what I'm excited about. I can tell my children about it. Our children about it. Mm-hmm. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for that.
Okay. What's so exciting about it besides it being historic? Because a lot of people are saying the buildup is not good. It shouldn't be main event. Like, people have been really low-key shitting on it.
Yeah, well, and that's to be expected. I do feel like it has been a little lackluster in the buildup, but what's important here is you get to see Bianca shine, and that's something that I think a lot of people didn't think she could actually do. They thought she was a one-trick pony with just test of strength, but this is going to be her opportunity to give us the full EST experience, from her entrance to her gear that I'm sure she's going to make herself, to just showing us why she is the EST. That's what's important to me. She gets her showcase, and I'm biased, of course, when it comes to Bianca, but I'm very excited for that.
Speaking of gear, didn't you make a piece of jewelry for Bianca Belair?
I did. I made her a pair of waist beads that was purchased actually by Mia Yim, who is, of course, my blue-haired sister. So I can't wait for her to get them. I don't know if she got them yet, but hopefully she gets them soon.
Okay. Anything else you're excited for WrestleMania? You gave me your point of view, but is there anything else that excites you about WrestleMania? Because it is the biggest show. It is a show of the immortals.
This is actually my 8th Mania that I'll be attending.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm excited about Bad Bunny, and I didn't think that I was going to be.
Hot take.
And I don't know anything about Bad Bunny's music, but he has definitely made me want to find out who he is. So I'm excited to see
why.
The fact that he really took the time to dive into being a wrestler. He just wasn't there for a check. He really moved to Florida to train. And I'm like, that alone gets my respect as a wrestling fan. So I can't don't sip your coffee. I'll stream some of his music this weekend.
Because before, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this currently and maybe listening to this, she was low-key shitting on Bad Bunny. She was shitting on Bad Bunny.
I was not. What I said was, I don't know who he is. That's what I said. I didn't know.
And now you know who he is. Now you know who he is.
I'm thankful. I love to see real men get that shot. Whatever.
Now we're gonna talk some smack on Coffee Talk. Let's talk about something that you're hating during this build-up to the Night of Immortals. What are you hating right now?
Bayley's not on the card. That's what I'm
hating. Let's talk about that.
I don't understand how she can have the 2020 that she had, the 2019 that she had, and is nowhere on the card, not even hosting. We have to watch Hulk Hogan, do that whole bit, which I think is, crap, but here we are. But the fact that Bayley's not there, to me, it makes absolutely no sense. I think it is a complete waste of the talent. The whole ding dong hello, that screamed host. So Yeah, that's damn ridiculous.
Nah, they were hating on our girl Bailey B. They were hating on her. They should have gave her the keys and let her go. But but it's crazy because Charlotte's not on there either.
I'll be okay.
Becky's not there. The only one of the four horsewomen is Sasha that's going to be on the card this year. It's a little different. It's a little different.
Unfortunately, but the universe has its favorites.
The universe does have its favorites, but the favorites were all four horsewomen at one time.
They were. Now, the reason why 2 of the 4 aren't there makes total sense. Why Bailey's not there? No clue.
Nah, it doesn't make sense at all. Not at all. Not at all. I thought she was gonna host. I know they have Titus hosting, but Hogan. Yeah.
I think honestly, if I would have picked host, if they were going to, because I knew they were going to do Titus being in Tampa, him and Billy Kay would have been hilarious. That was a missed opportunity.
It really was. I enjoy Billy Kay stuff, and I think she's better than her. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion on life, and
she's definitely the Shawn Michaels out. And Peyton is definitely Marty. So
no, I don't think Peyton was Marty. I think Peyton was more Road Dogg.
Hold on, Mom called.
I think Peyton was more Road Dogg.
Road Dogg?
Yeah, because Road Dogg still has talent, but Billy Gunn was the more talented one.
Road Dogg had more charisma than Peyton by a long shot. That's why I made that comparison.
Wait, time out. The Streets was out here boosting up Peyton Royce by that little promo she cut on was it Talking Smack or Raw Talk?
It was Raw Talk. No, whatever it was, but I don't know what street it was. It wasn't my street.
They had a hashtag for her.
And I didn't understand it.
They had a hashtag for her. The next thing you know, the next week she was up against Asuka. Now, this is just my opinion once again. It's coffee talk with friends, so I'm gonna give as I sip this coffee and talk to you. Shorty's match was lackluster. Because people were like, yo, she needs to put up against Asuka. And I was like, all right, let's see what she can do. I'm not saying she can't wrestle. But the match was like, really? Y'all were hyping this up?
She's boring. She doesn't have anything. I mean, when she was in NXT, her whole Rose gimmick didn't do anything for me. I mean, she was basically just the entrance. And after the entrance, I went to sleep. So I don't understand. I'm thankful that they're wanting to push other women, but you have to know who and when to push them.
Who do you think they should push?
Ruby Riott. I am a huge Ruby Riott fan. She's amazing. She's really good, and then she's really good people. You know what I mean? But in the ring, she's solid. She has a great character. She has great charisma. When they let her talk, she's amazing. I think Ruby Riott is somebody that deserves that push, but because she doesn't have that traditional look, we're not going to get that.
So let's dive a little bit deeper. The four horsewomen, for the most part, probably on their way out in the next 4 years. I'll give it the most. I kind of feel Charlotte has one foot out the door, especially after the whole Andrade situation. Yeah. You look at Becky, she's going to come back, but I think she's probably going to be heading out as well. Bailey, I'm up in the air about Bailey, and then Sasha trying to go to Hollywood. We all know that. We see that coming.
Yeah.
So with them kind of slowly, making that stage left, what four women besides Ruby Riott, so I'll give you 3 more, you think should be the next up in WWE?
Well, Bianca. Of course. Shotzi. Even though she's an Shotzi to me has something that I really, really like. And of course, Rhea Ripley. She's going to replace Charlotte. So that's just how that's going to go. That's how that's going to go.
So next thing on the program is the part of the show that I absolutely love. because it makes me sweat, makes me hot. The other thing that makes me hot is you. That's a different conversation. It's not ready for that. So, what is your hot coffee take?
My hot coffee take is that we need to do any and everything we can to get Jay White out of Bullet Club. I don't know who we have to call. I don't know who I have to pay, but we need to get him out of there. Like, I don't understand why he's there. It's the Jay White Club. It is not the Bullet Club anymore. He cares about him and him alone. And I don't know why he's there. And Tama's right there. So I hate him. I hate everything about him. He's a watered down Seth Rollins.
Don't disrespect the King Drip Drip.
I said he's a watered down
But
Seth
don't
Rollins.
even compare King Drip Drip to
But
Jay
you
White.
have to be honest. But if you just want to be honest, Jay White is drippy too. You ain't seen him in a suit, but
No.
Positive, I'm going to give him.
No. In the industry, to be honest, the kings of drip drip is two people. My boy Seffi and Nick Aldis.
Which is true, but that still does not negate the fact that Jay White is Seth Rollins' like.
You disrespecting.
It's true.
You disrespecting the beef trade. You disrespecting the architect.
I hate Jay White, but I can at least do that comparison. Like, if you put Seth Rollins in a blender, add a lot of ice and some yogurt, that's Jay White.
Nah.
It is, but he's trash.
I think the Jay White experiment is over. I think the new I'm just gonna keep it a whole ass buck. They need a new white boy.
Well, that's the tea.
Kenny left.
So if you just want to get the real hot take, that's the tea. Because in that demographic, in that market, they love the white guy as the forefront. Because there is a difference between a leader and a front man. Jay White is the front man. We all know who the leader is. But Jay White is the front man because he is the Justin Timberlake of the group. Because he fits that mold.
Wait. Your comparisons right now are trash.
They're actually one.
No. You call Justin Timberlake a frontman.
He is, and let me tell you why. Don't worry. You want to have coffee talk? We can talk this coffee, okay? JC is the leader of NSYNC. He was the one making the deals, doing the meetings, keeping the group together. Justin just was the front man because he had the look. He was the face.
Disrespectful.
But it's whether you want to, it's true.
You disrespecting the legend, Justin Timberlake. B.
He's a legend now, but
he was a legend back then. Mickey Mouse Club. Hold on. One of the greatest.
Who was with him?
Wait. One of the greatest songs of all time. Gone. Mm-hmm. One of the greatest songs of all time, which literally set him up for his singles career. And where was JC? Where was JC?
Again, there's a difference between a leader and a front man. A leader means that that's the glue of the group. Yes, it is.
No, liar. You lie.
All right.
You lie.
Anyway, Jay White is definitely the front man, and Tama is the glue. He is the leader because he's the one telling them which way to go, how to get these guys who we're bringing in, who we're kicking out. So you do have that difference of front man and leader, and Jay White is just the white face, if we're just being honest.
So let's dig deep, because I know you are a fan of Bullet Club for a long time. What was your favorite version of the Bullet Club, if you have one?
AJ Styles, the AJ Styles era. It was like you had the original authenticity with Finn Balor, the original four. But when AJ came in, it took that authenticity of like the OGs, but modernized it to fans who weren't too invested in Finn Balor as a character. It really elevated the showmanship of Bullet Club because you got to see, okay, these guys can wrestle. Like, not only are they just coming in, messing up matches, jumping on people, they were giving you solid matches. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. top 5 greatest matches ever. But that era was so different because you started to see everybody's character and personality started to come out. You started to see Tama come out. You started to see Machine Gun and Doc Gallows. You started to see Fale become that mainstay. So it was like that building period. And to me, it was classic. Everybody else likes the Kenny Omega Young Buck era, but that was very mainstream to a different degree. So
I mean, you hit the nail on the coffin. I mean, Finn Balor's not Blockbuster, but you know,
we're gonna do this today.
Finn Balor's not Blockbuster. We know this. Finn Balor's Broadway.
What Broadway or whatever the case may be, he does what he needs to do when he needs to do it, and he's a solid performer. Now, do I think that Finn Balor is somebody who's going to sell out WrestleMania tickets? No.
So that's Blockbuster.
Well, I mean, I get you. I get it. I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not, but
this is our relationship, guys.
I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm absolutely not wrong at all, because he is a Broadway show. Yeah, and it's an amazing. He'll sell out a theater.
He is the wrestler for the hardcore fans, while someone like AJ was the crossover mainstream wrestler. So I understand what you're saying, but we're not going to disrespect Finn Balor.
I'm not disrespecting Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor is great. I'm super excited for what he does this week on NXT. Mm-hmm. But he is Shakespeare.
He's definitely Fit Finley.
Yeah, he's the art.
Yeah, he's the Fit Finley.
He isn't The Rock. You just have to go back to the great one. See how I did that? Oh boy, flipped it in, put it out, put all that shit, put it all together. And what we got here is because it is okay. I have no problem because I enjoy going to a beautiful Broadway play. But we're talking about blockbusters like Fast and the Furious 7.
Okay.
See how still I put that in?
Okay, so what we don't have to do is that. So we're gonna stay right here with the AJ Styles, mix. We're gonna just throw the Rock out the window.
AJ's that actor that can go to Broadway and also sell a bunch of tickets for a great movie.
Well, that's the crossover mainstream that I'm talking
about. You're 100% right. Your comparison was perfect.
Yeah, Finn Balor is definitely the theater kid. He's the one that has been doing this since he was 2, had the stage mom, can never seem to get that lead role, but he kills that co-star role every single time. So
yes, which is why Karrion Kross is low-key overshadowing him in NXT.
I don't like that, but it's true.
That's just what it is.
It makes me very sad.
Speaking of NXT, since we already are here, have you been paying attention to NXT?
Kind of.
Well, the best thing going in NXT is Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
Tell me about this. I saw the build up to it, but I kind of fell off a little bit with paying attention.
Basically, it's 2 friends going at each other. It's simple booking. That is the beauty about this thing. They have history. They took that. They were part of Undisputed Era with each other. Adam Cole gets pissed off at Kyle O'Reilly because Kyle O'Reilly starts rising. Mm-hmm. Adam Cole's like, nah, B, you want to get back down? I'm going to super kick you. And then you have a feud. And they did a vignette. Oh, my God.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oof. It was just once again, theater. It was Broadway. It was like, to be or not to be.
I can't.
That is the question.
But that's
who is going to survive at this match.
That's been the beauty of NXT from day one, is the simplicity of their booking, the simplicity of their storytelling, because you don't have to do too much. Now, I do feel like with some of the newer characters that they have, they are kind of pushing the button, but it's working for that wave. But NXT has always stuck in that vein of very simple storylines that got the fans invested, which is why the crowd for NXT is so much different than your regular Raw and SmackDown crowd, because it's that more intimate feeling of, we know the story behind these two, we know how they became friends, we know how they became a group, and now they're like the best thing that NXT ever did, Gargano and Ciampa. So I feel like they're kind of, reinventing the wheel a little bit with it, but just, but it's still a storyline that's going to work no matter how you do it.
Of course. And which is one of the main reasons why when the ratings war was going on, that was this it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
The ratings were so similar.
Yeah.
Because the same people that watch NXT were watching AEW.
100%.
And then they would have that little bit that would watch AEW, because those people were such advocate haters of WWE. So they was like, yo, I'm only watching AEW. And AEW has a slightly bigger budget that they use, obviously. But it was just like, yo, it's the same people flipping through channels. I remember I was talking to you about it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. I can't wait for this shit to move to Tuesday so I don't have to flip through the fucking channels and watch this bullshit.
And it's ridiculous because I was talking about it on the happy hour we was having with Tama or whatever. The thing that AEW is doing, and first of all, anybody who thinks that Vince McMahon and Tony Khan do not communicate, you're stupid. And I'm just going to say that you're stupid. You're stupid, because they have figured out how to take two polar opposites in the fans' eyes and create discourse to gain profit. Vince McMahon has been recently, berated for breaking up all the tag teams. What did AEW do? Added an ass load of factions. So they're teetering the scale in a way that's going to be profitable for both, because people love to hate stuff. So if I hate WWE, this is not me myself, but just the crazy people. If I hate WWE, I'm going to watch their stuff so I can talk about it. Same thing with AEW. So they have figured out a marketing scheme, because this is marketing 101. If you see someone that's been the top, the head dog, you're going to watch what they do. You're going to communicate with them, and you're going to give the fans the polar opposite. So everybody is taken care of. Everybody is happy, but they are still dapping each other up at the end of Friday on payday.
But it's still not good enough for them, because the thing about it, so a couple of things, and I'm gonna get to what you said today. First thing I want to hit the point of, we have Stone Cold, your favorite, doing his podcast, and his guest is Chris Jericho, former AEW champion. So maybe you are right. Maybe they are talking behind the scenes. But what are your thoughts on Chris Jericho being on Stone Cold's podcast?
If I'm honest, I don't have any thoughts about it. Just because I try not to personally think about Chris Jericho. Just being honest, and that's sad to say, because Chris Jericho was definitely in my top 10 at one time. So I think it's a good marketing scheme for both. I think it's great for Stone Cold, which is what I ultimately care about anyway. I think it's just kind of playing into what I said. It's just them playing that game of getting the fans riled up. That's like two friends that are friends behind the scenes that the fans think that hate each other. Like they're playing this game behind the scenes. They know what they're doing. It's an amazing marketing strategy. Am I gonna watch it? But it's a great marketing scheme.
I ain't like that. If I hate you, I hate you. You're coming on my show.
I mean, yeah. but you get it. It's
no. I get it.
It's a money game.
And I don't think because CM Punk says, and I have my personal feelings towards CM Punk. He said that Vince doesn't find AEW as any type of like challenge towards WWE. He doesn't care.
He's a narcissistic old man who has the same kind of mentality that a lot of normal Americans do, where they have the fear of being obsolete. That's what Vince McMahon is going through right now. He is at the top of the mountain, but he's also seeing that there's so many people climbing up that same mountain. So whether he sees them as a threat to the outside eye, he has that fear of being obsolete. And that happens when you've been the top for so long. You're seeing other people study your craft, seeing other people study your playbook and are getting good at it. So he's pulling at straws. He's going to start to open up those forbidden doors or whatever to do things like this. I would not be surprised if somewhere down the line we saw an AEW WWE crossover, because I just don't find it to be this coincidental that they can get so many WWE guys when we've seen over the years a lot of people get released and let go, and they can't even get into an indie booking without Mr. Man writing it off.
Different times that we're in. What a great episode of Coffee Talk with Friends, ladies and gentlemen. The girl in my life, Miss Lovely Laveau. Ladies and gentlemen, tell people where we can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Low Blue. I had to change my Twitter. Low Blue, LOBLUU, and on Instagram it's just me lovely.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was another episode of the Jobber-Tears podcast, very own show, Coffee Talk with Friends, and I'm your boy, Souls of the Jobber-Tears podcast, and I'm out.